welcome to my road to WBFF Sydney. I'm Taryn, and this is episode 11, 2 weeks out. This week, I thought we'd talk a little bit about why I track my food and why, sorry, blinking is making me laugh. Why I track my food and why I recommend all my fat loss clients also do the same. Tracking food gives you such an amazing understanding of where your calories come from. I had a client this week, as an example, message me and say, one thing I have just learned is that dates are super high in calories and I'd prefer to have chocolate. Now, this actually really made me giggle because it's one of those things that I even went through a stage a few years ago where wife and I were like, oh yes, let's make dates with peanut butter on the inside. Now, it's a freaking delicious and very nutritious snack. Certainly not demonizing that. And dates have wonderful properties as far as fiber and things like that. However, if I had the choice, the truth is, of having a date with peanut butter in it or a date on its own, I would much prefer to take those calories myself and have chocolate. I just would. Yes, the chocolate is probably not going to satiate me as much as a date and peanut butter would, but sometimes when we have those cravings, it's super important to fuel the cravings that you want, so then you don't turn around and have a binge later on because you've restricted yourself so much. Hence why tracking and understanding, well, I could have this date and this with peanut butter, or I could have a little mini Snickers chocolate and that's going to keep me much more happy from an emotional perspective than what it does a date where I'm just, going to have it because I think it's good for me. Oh, but I might have 4 dates with peanut butter and not understanding that that's just blown. You may as well have had half a block of chocolate from a calorie perspective. So that's where tracking gives you that ability to understand where your calories come from, where your nutrients come from, and is something that's sustainable and you can do forever. Meaning, if I wrote you a meal plan or someone just gave me a meal plan on Comp Prep to follow, yeah, in some respects it might be really good because I wouldn't have to think about it, but I would learn nothing. So the minute that I came off Comp Prep, I would walk away and not understand, well, why all of a sudden am I putting on bucket loads of weight when I've not understood, well, wow, my calories were this amount and I've understood how to work within that calorie scheme and track to macros. And now I'm going to reverse diet out to another level of calories with macro targets and then hit those to hit my next level of goal. So I track calories, total amount of calories. I have a calorie target. I am then set protein target, carb target, and fat target, as well as a fiber target by my coach. My clients receive virtually the same thing when they work with me. So again, it's giving them the ability to educate and understand how they can work their macros, A, to fit life, B, to fit nutritional profiles, but also to fit their calorie target for the day and be able to have that balance with life. For me, as I get closer and closer to stage, the fun of eating goes out the window, as in I'm eating for fuel rather than for fun. I have to fuel around my workouts, have to fuel around when I know I'm going to get hungry. So I am going to sacrifice the craving for a little treat here and there to ensure I'm satiated and happy. And for me, if I wasn't tracking my macros, I wouldn't understand that or know where my calories were coming from. And another real simple example of that, of where you not knowing where your calories come from, was I was unpacking the groceries today and we always get a barbecue chicken that we pull apart, and it made me think, so often people pull the chicken apart, eat the skin, all that kind of stuff. Today, if I wasn't in Comp Prep, I probably would have done that. Today, I definitely 100% didn't, because A, chicken skins are actually quite high in fat, and B, I didn't need any extra protein, so I didn't need to eat the chicken. Now, if you're not tracking macros and understanding, those calories and where all that kind of stuff's coming from, that right there, if you'd eaten the entire skin off the top of a chicken, the amount of calories that would have given you just there over and above what you need for the day could actually be quite significant. So then throw in, dishing up your kids' food, licking the spoon, putting some peanut butter on a sandwich and licking the knife of the peanut butter. All those little sips, sucks, licks, mouthfuls, bites here and there all add up. So when you're tracking, you have that knowledge and understanding of going, oh wow, I'm actually not going to put that in my mouth because of this, or I'm going to put it in my mouth, I'm going to track it because I understand the influence that it has, and I'm going to balance my day around that little bit of an extra calorie intake that I just had. It's not obsessive. It's an understanding and an education, and gives you the empowerment so that later on you can look at it, eyeball a piece of chicken and go, oh, I know how much calories that is. Cool, I'm going to put on. And then that's when we progress to a bit more of intuitive eating. And that's kind of where I will go when I'm reversing out of my diet. I have enough knowledge now from years of tracking that I can have periods where I can eyeball a lot of my food and get away with that as my intake and tracking, because I understand and know that. And I wouldn't have had that if I didn't track. A lot of people ask if tracking is time consuming. Yeah, absolutely. In the start, it is 100% time consuming. It's also playing a bit of macro Tetris, right? Which I always highly suggest not doing. So meaning, if you are prepared and if you're meal prepping and all that sort of stuff, you should be prepared. Instead of, working backwards at the end of the day and going, fuck, what did I eat? Oh shit, I ate too much. Oh my God, what, blah, blah, or, oh my God, I'm so under my calories. What I've got to eat before I go to bed. Plan in advance. So the night before, tonight, when I sit on the couch, just for even 10 minutes, I'll sit there and work out my food for tomorrow and go, oh, yep, I know I'm having this for dinner. I know I'm having a workout, so I'm going to make sure I eat here, do this. Oh, I haven't had any fruit yet. Yep, throw some fruit in. Oh, wait, my fiber's a bit low. Instead of that, I'll have that instead. Great, there's my day sorted. So I can do that probably in about 5 minutes. If you're new, that could take you 20 minutes if you're new to tracking. But as with any skill, if you do it more, it's going to get far easier. And it's when people give up and say, no, fuck this, it's too hard. Of course you're not going to learn. Of course it's going to be hard because you're giving up. Give it a go and give tracking food a go and understanding what you're actually consuming and what's going into your mouth, and you will learn something, and it's a skill you'll have forever. And another note on tracking before I forget. I talked about sip, sucks, licks, all that kind of stuff. Basically, everything you put in your mouth, you need to track. So one big thing that I think people forget is their supplements. So Bulk Nutrients are my absolute go-to supplement company. And one thing that I think a lot of people have are things like pre-workout or post-workout protein shake or intra-workout BCAAs or whatever it is. Those drinks especially still contain calories. So just remember to make sure that you add those in your overall tracking for the day, and they also have a significant impact on protein, carb, all that kind of stuff intake. Even sometimes overall, it might actually push you over and you don't even know you are unless you're tracking it. So keep that in mind. And the other thing is consistency. Always make sure whatever you track, you always track the same. So if you guys saw last week's vlog, you would remember that I had said that wifey and I eat very separately when it comes to choosing cutlery. And I wanted to film some things this week and get our thoughts so that you can have a little bit of a giggle, something fun. So this is what we did, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so this week I've been recording, you can't look at it.
I'm not looking.
All my foods that I've been eating, because Karen and I have very opposite ways of eating food at certain times. So I thought...
I'm the right way.
No, I'm always the right way.
She's always right.
Yes, that. But, okay, so, and we have forks and spoons here because they're often the two things that when I have one, Karen will have the other. So I'm going to show you guys pictures when I put all this video together. Karen doesn't know what I've eaten, so shh, child. We are going to see what we choose, what she chooses and what I choose. Okay, so first meal. Forks and spoons ready to go. First meal was basmati rice. Wait until I finish, then I'll tell you go. Basmati rice with a beef mince patty, mixed veggies and fuego beans.
Hang on, first is the patty solid, or have you
I chopped it. Beef mince, patty, basmati rice, mixed veggies and fuego beans. Yeah. Go. Spoon. You have to eat it with a spoon.
Fork you don't.
Okay. All right, next one. Okay, so barramundi, quinoa. She hates barramundi. Barramundi, quinoa and brown rice and mixed veggies.
Barramundi. Is it broken up again? Because you break all your food
I
up.
do break it up. You can't cheat. What would you eat?
No, can you say it again?
Barramundi, quinoa and brown rice and mixed veggies.
How do you pick your veggies up with a spoon?
Well, you just get more in it.
No, you.
Okay.
That's what I put up with.
So, the next one.
I don't even know how I live with you.
Coleslaw salad mix, roast pumpkin and beans with balsamic vinegar and eye fillet steak.
Steak. Oh, okay.
Yes, okay. The next one. I had a fried rice and it was made with rice, obviously. Ham,
Was it
veggies and egg.
ham, veggies, and egg? No.
I knew it. Okay. All right, so another one. Everyone doesn't know the answer to this one, but quinoa and brown rice, mixed veggies and chicken mince.
Well, we did this before.
Oh, wait, no, this one.
Yes,
It's a
see?
spoon.
You're coming over to the dark side.
All right, last one and final one.
Okay.
A burger. Neither. Yeah, literally. Trick you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. We are so close to the end, and this next week I thought I would give you guys a little bit of an insight into the things I do in the lead up. It's a really busy week just with all things getting ready for comp. So I thought I'd take you on that journey and you get to see a bit of an insight and behind the scenes of everything that's going on. So have a good week. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get to see when my next vlog is up.